Silva here putting the icing very much on the cake. An extraordinary result, especially as we said what happened last weekend. So what does all that mean? Well, it means you take a look at it and Forest are getting shorter and shorter, according to the bookies, to finish in the top 4. And I think, as we discussed before, why would you bet against them, considering what's going on with those other teams chasing a place in the Champions League? It really is quite something for a Nottingham Forest, Stevie, team that we talked about. And we talked about this bubble burst.
Yes.
But what a response.
Yeah, been waiting for it. And, you know, the manager talked about it. The problem last week was they got away from what they do best and they just weren't at it. They weren't organised, they didn't have the lines, you name it, it went wrong. And what an answer. Absolutely, got everything right. Defensively, because everything starts, you've got to have solid base. But then when you've got pace and Alanga in particular, who just ran riot in this game, and then you've got a guy in form like Woods who, well, he can't even miss, it seems, at this minute. And then when you're giving him a yard out with no goalkeeper as well, it makes his job very, very easy. So I am actually going from the bubble's going to burst to I actually don't see it busting.
It's crazy, isn't it, Nedum? And I suppose it's kind of lazy to say, but it does show character.
To bounce back?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely it does. And I think, let's be realistic, you're not going to score 7 every week. I think most of us, well, maybe Stevie, but I've definitely not been in a team that scored 7 before.
Yeah, conceded.
No, not 7, 6.
No.
6 a few times, but not 7. But yeah, credit goes out to them. And I think today, with them going more for a 3 at the back, they did feel a bit more solid, but they also had the workers in front of them. And you saw the game that Alanga's just had there, the assist that he had. And Chris Wood, if he puts himself in the right area, it looks like he will continue to be fed. So this is the way that Forest are. The belief is there. Belief on the field, belief off the field. The fans, they know they can get at them. And as soon as they scored a couple of goals in this game here, this was the worst nightmare for Brighton. It
really is an incredible story, Jules. And let's not forget a team that finished 17th last season, just 6 points above the relegation zone. To do what they're doing, and maybe they don't get as much coverage as they maybe think they should, because I think everybody thinks, oh, it's going to drop off. Oh, it can't last. But I suppose you can go back to 2006, like Leicester, they're proving everyone wrong.
Yeah, and until they drop off, we have to.
But they haven't dropped off. They dropped off last weekend, Jules. Don't start, and now they're not dropped off.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. So until they're there now, so we have to consider them as top 5 challengers, of course, and contenders for Champions League places. And at some point, they might drop off, they might not drop off, they might stay there. And as we said, because everybody's dropping points within that area in the tables, of course they can stay there. I thought today Brighton was, and the tactics from Urzula were shockingly bad, really. And you can't go there. You can't go to Forest with 5 players up front, with Mitoma, Minte, Ruta, Joao Pedro, Welbeck. I mean, what is this? This is ridiculous. So I'm really glad they got punished and embarrassed and humiliated because they deserved it with a manager with tactics like that to start with. And for Forest, well done. And we talked so much on the show about identity, right? And different managers' identity or lack of identity. And with Nuno, whether we like it or not, that they have a very defensive-minded team, and they play on the counter-attack, on transition, and they are the best at it with Liverpool this season. Good for them, because that's what's working. They have the players for it. It might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's very, very efficient.
Just a reminder what's going on at the bottom of the table. Some significant results today. David Moyes with another win against Leicester. I think you'd be a brave man to bet against them going down at the moment. They are joined by Ipswich and Southampton with a victory. Puts them on 9 points. What's the record lowest? 11?
11.
So it looks like they've got, 14 games to usurp that. They should be okay when it comes to not falling to that record.